Hey there, everybody. So it's a pretty nice evening. It's been raining for the past like a week, so it's nice to finally see some sun again. It's mid-August right now, 14th, I think, as I'm recording this. And I just want to run through the projects I kind of have going on right now, because I've kind of, I've been juggling a lot recently. Just a whole lot of things have been happening, off camera and all that stuff. But you know how it goes. Just things pile up quickly. So let me just give a rundown on the projects here, because they're cool, and I'm excited for them. They're just gonna, I'm trying to figure it out how to get forward as quick as possible on these kind of thing. So here's that Camry station wagon. I'm still, I honestly just don't have the money to fix it right now, but when I did put a battery in it and I heard it crank over, it would fire up, and then it would act like it was out of gas, because it would run, right after you let off the key, it'd be dead pretty much. And I know that can be a bunch of different stuff. Fuel issue is probably the most likely. But there was that issue with the coil not being right, but when I jumpered it with a drill bit, it worked. It had spark clearly because it would fire up. But I'm thinking it's fuel issue. It could be a timing issue, as far not timing as in like the cams, but as in the spark. Could be there. It could be a bad distributor, maybe. I really don't know at this point. It could be a bad ECU. The guy who I got this car from said it was a bad ignition control module, but if it has spark, I don't think it's the igniter box. It's just figuring it out. But this thing's sweet. This car is cool. It has all the hubcaps, the interior. It was a bit of a mess when I got it, but it wasn't like ruined. Like, the interior is not bad. The headliner is sagging a little bit in places, but look at that interior. It's mint. Like, this will be a great daily driver, because I plan on making this a daily driver potentially, as deals with potentially trading this nice lower mileage Silverado out for a '06 Mustang GT convertible with the Hurst shift package, which is just I think a slightly shorter throw shifter and the little Hurst stick on it. And that thing's cool. I haven't checked it out quite yet, but this truck might get traded away for a Mustang. So I'm trying to figure out, because I'm not going to drive the Mustang here in Alaska during winter, obviously. Like, a convertible, yeah, no thanks, when it's 20 below. So I'm trying to make this, the winter car, maybe. It has a whole bunch of stickers I have to peel off. I don't even want to know what they are. So this is going on. I'm trying to figure that out. Deals are working around with that truck right there. I got the 91 Crown Vic station wagon, which I love. Unfortunately, the rust is kind of bad on this. I didn't, it was a thing of like, I really wanted this station wagon. I really wanted a cool station wagon, and I didn't really look over the rust that much. I mean, I got it for a really good deal. It was basically free because the motor was blown up or going out. But I should have looked at the rust a bit more. There's some rough looking rust right there. The worst of the rust is right in that general area under the car on the frame. The whole frame is kind of eaten away. Just on this side, but like just the bottoms. Like the sides are still there to the frame, but it's bad. That's not supposed to be like that. And then I put a motor in this thing over the summer. It was just an old running motor out of a wrecked Lincoln, so it has decently lower mileage, I think. Maybe 140,000 for a Ford 302. That should be fine. It'll go another 50,000 easy. And I'm close with it. I really am. I need to figure out an exhaust situation, because I'm deleting the emissions, so I have to figure out something with how I want to run an exhaust system to make the... if it was a carbed vehicle, all you'd have to do is, just put a set of shorties with some, just basic downpipes or some long tubes if you can find them. I can't find them for these cars, but, just run it. But having the, oxygen sensor and everything with the EFI and all that. Just, it for a car that has rust, I don't know how much money I really want to put into it. It's nice. The interior's mint. The body's clean-ish for where we are here in Alaska. Like, it's not like the southern states where you can just find rust-free cars and, like, just cars in general. Cars here are just rare. Like, you gotta think about, like, the population growth in Alaska over the past 40 years. In the 90s, there were not as many people living here, so there was less used cars. And it's been 30 years, so those used cars are getting even slimmer. So this here in Alaska is considered like a decent car. I know it's rusty, but it's a roller. You can use this, like, things are just different here in Alaska. That's all I'll say. But it's clean. I really want this thing to be cool. Like, the interior is fine. The steering wheel's a little nasty looking, but overall the interior is in great shape. The velour looks great. The headliner's mint. I've gotten, you can really nasty looking there, but I got a radio for it, like a factory, radio for it. Of course, the Camry, I've already talked about that. I really like the Toyota. I've never had one. I get it. The build quality in there surprised me, honestly. It's a very put-together car. Other projects, I'm looking to flip this October-ish, permanent fund season. I'm going to put a new windshield on it because that looks nasty. It runs and drives. Get a new gas cap, maybe clean up under the hood, make it look nice, do something with the seat. And I could, make a little bit of money off of this. I don't need it. I have a lot of stuff I've acquired over the past, year. Out back here is kind of like the boneyard a little bit. I keep this is where all the nasty stuff goes. I do keep my oil clean. That's not an issue. I always I take it to recycling. But I got some old wheels, some old body parts. This is for my old truck. I really wish I hadn't sold that hood. Here's a golf cart. Needs an engine. I was thinking of maybe doing a snowmobile engine swap, but it's just that thing of all the electrics work, which is kind of hard to find nowadays on one of these. So it's like, do I just rebuild the motor? This is a Bravo. Here's my Polaris that I not restored, but cleaned up last year. This thing's mint. It's good to go. It could use a seat and all that junk, but mechanically it's a runner. It's a rider. I like this machine. I like that 400. So it's just a lot of things to think about. I'll try to make videos about it. Honestly, just for me, just to talk it out loud is honestly a decent help. And hey, this thing's growing. This channel's growing. It's something now. You know what I mean? It's something I care about. I put a lot of effort into this channel and making videos. I really care about sharing what I got going on. Now we're walking over to this black Yamaha VMAX 600. Got this thing for free, another free item. I'm right on it when it comes to Facebook deals. I'm always on Facebook Marketplace, man. I'm always on Facebook Marketplace. Dude was giving it away. It cranks over, and the motor sounds healthy when it cranks over, but there's something wrong with the spark. When I was cranking it over, it seems like it wants to start in reverse, which I think is it could be a stator issue, it's out, the timing is out. It could be a lot of different things. I'm gonna have to look up how to maybe do this, but it's low mileage. This thing has got 1,500 miles on it, and for this was a hot machine back in the day, but not insanely hot. I'm sure whoever had this enjoyed it, but I don't think they rode it too hard. The track is not all busted up. It's not even dry rotted. Halifax, I almost said Halifax. Halifax looks good. Suspension looks good. The cooling fins look good. It's something with the electrics. I got a new battery for it. I was cranking it over. I got a huge backfire out of the exhaust. when it did want to spark. I was cranking over using the electric start. There's, just something up with this. I don't know, if it's in the kill switch or whatever. I have a bit of time to figure that out. Basically what I'm kind of getting at is like, it's August right now and it's very nice to be outside. Wow, it's warm. In a couple months it's not gonna be warm. In winter this gets very, very 2 feet of snow, up to your knees in the yard here with snow at like December, January. Like, it'll be up to here, up to, oh hey, there's the cat in the window there. It would be up to the window, because we clear this path, but it gets deep around here, so, just like the projects are kind of piling up. I gotta figure it out sooner rather than later. I got Tony right here. He's saying hi. Right, Tony? Yeah, he's chilling out. I got a little interrupted there. All the family showed up all at once, pretty much. So, yeah. Projects I got going on. I got projects going on here. I'll post about it when I get the time. I'll try to throw out some YouTube shorts. Those do pretty well. And yeah, I'm gonna be really excited to get, especially this Toyota on the road soon. I like the Ford too. I really do. I love the big body style. I love everything about it. But as far as like, I've driven a dozen Panther cars. I've never driven a Toyota Camry before. So it's just that thing of like, I've driven 20 Panthers. I've been every single two-door box Crown Vics, Aero Crown Vics, just everything. Lincoln Town cars, every Panther you can think of, I've driven it. But I've never driven a little front-wheel drive V6. The V6 is very interesting to me. I know it's not going to be anything hot, but I think it's probably going to have some. It'll have torque. Like the 6 cylinders are going to pull this thing along. And I'm excited to see what it feels like to drive a Camry. As uninteresting as that sounds, I'm kind of interested because I've only ever driven really American cars and trucks. Like, I've driven the odd Subaru, and it'll probably feel like that. But, a V6 Camry. I'm interested in trying it out, but it'll need a bit of work. Not too much, I don't think. But it'll still need to be gone through, and it'd be nice to be able to drive this thing during the winter time. Have, what are you doing over there, Buster? Tony! Something smells pretty good over there, clearly. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm gonna go hang out with the family and the Tony here. Isn't that right? Yeah. Hey, thanks for watching. See you later.